Hello everybody, welcome once again to my YouTube channel. My name is Adobe Nole, coming to you live from City of Abuja, Nigeria. Kindly like, comment, subscribe. That is if you're a new person, if you're seeing this face for the first time, then please subscribe. But if you've been coming to this channel and you've not subscribed yet, what have I done to you? What is my offense? Can you kindly tell me what I've done to you that you refuse to subscribe? So hope you're doing well, hope you're staying safe. Please, that is very important. That is more important. That is importanter. That is importantest. That is what again? That is just it. So today will be social issues episode 5. If you've not seen 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm going to link 1, 2 up here. Then 3, 4 will be in the description below. Then please watch it and then let us talk. Let us talk in the comment section. Comment and I'll respond to you. So as I said, this is social issues episode 5, and today will be more of entertainment based social issues because the political scene is not just, I'm not feeling it anymore again. It's just still the same. They're just rotating things up and down and I'm no longer feeling it. As I said, they're just rotating things. So I'll start with the Chinese guys that came to Nigeria they told us they were coming to help Nigerian doctors treat this whole kuro thing. But as we all know, okay, for my review last week, the federal government said, did you know where they were? And I'm like, okay, I don't understand. Someone came to your country, you brought them into the country, and you say you don't know where they are. I'm not understanding. Well, last week, the CCEC is saying that, that these doctors that even came to Nigeria came to help them in the construction of the isolation centers and all of that grammar. I'm going to leave what they said somewhere here, so that people will read, because when I read that thing, I was like, I don't understand. Is it that when these people were coming into the country, that the federal government and these CCC people did not even know what these Chinese guys were coming to the country to do in the first place? And in short, I forgot to even tell you so. First and foremost, this Chinese guy said they did not have means, or they could not go back to their country after they finished what they came to do. First, what did you even come to do? Nobody knows. Okay, let's assume you came to build, you came to construct and all of that for their whole isolation center thing. Okay, why are you not telling me you don't know or you don't have a means of going back to your country? How did you come into the country? Because when you came into the country, the whole place was on lockdown. So you found your way into the country and now you cannot find your way out of the country. Does it make sense? Kilo makes sense. It doesn't just make sense at all. So I don't even understand what these people are doing, what the federal government is doing, and what these Chinese guys are up to, because it's not just balancing. Like, there was no plan at all. They just, okay, I'm from China, I'm coming to help people, and then you just allow them into your country. I don't know, is that how people invite strangers? Because basically they're strangers. Is that how people invite strangers into your home? I'm trying to understand. And then that statement released by CCEC doesn't just make sense at all to me. I don't understand. So still on the political scene, what is going on between what's her name? Abike Dabiri, yes, and Minister of Science and Technology. Like, this, I don't understand whether these people don't have shame. I don't understand whether Buhari does not understand what is going on. This was the same thing that happened between former, is it Oyeta, or what's that her name? That one that was removed from what was even her position again? So I've even forgotten her position. That was removed after the whole embezzlement or whatever. You see, if I remember, I know it's something Yoita or something like that. She and the other person, same wahala. Like, they come to the public, the fight, and now see Abike Dabiri and this guy also Minister of Communication coming online to exchange words. Like, is it that these people don't have an atom of shame? Like, can't the presidency call all his team members and like tell them, see, enough of all this shame people are putting on my face. Most people, even if people have misunderstanding, most people come to the public, most people come to Twitter and actually start telling the whole world, okay, this is my problem, this is the issue and all of that. I don't understand why. I don't understand. And then someone else is now trying to tell us that, see, what you're seeing on Twitter, what you're seeing on social media is like 10% of what is going on in Aso Rock. And I'm like, for real? For real? So if there's serious fight, and I can't even dispute that fact, because if you remember very well, Aisha Buhari has always been shouting. There are so many, and what did she even call them again? So, well, there's so many cabals in Nassau Rock and all of that. So I'm not surprised, really. So my question is, can the president call all these people together and sit them down, give them a proper reorientation? Like, this is not what it's supposed to be. You cannot go out and be disgracing me and be putting my face in the mud. Like, I don't understand. People's father, people's mother, people's grandfather, people's grandmother. And then Abike Dabiri now goes ahead to now laugh at the PhD on the Minister of Communications name. And I'm like, okay, for this woman to be laughing, when she was giving an interview, she smiled. Then when she now wrote what she wrote on Twitter, she put PhD in brackets and then put a smile emoji as well. And I'm like, okay, I think this woman knows so much. There's something wrong with this PhD. Is this PhD audio PhD? Madam, please, can you tell us? Because you know something that we are not knowing. As in, you need to tell us what's happening. So I think the whole drama, social media drama, is unnecessary, is uncalled for by our so-called leaders. They shouldn't be dragging themselves in the public. It's shameful and disgraceful. Yes, if you see this, I'm sorry to say this, but it's shameful and disgraceful, because we, the younger ones, actually look up to people for direction as leaders. So people should sort yourselves out, basically. So we also had the judgment that was passed on the case between Ese Oruru and Dahiru. Okay, let me give you the background gist. Ese Oruru, as at 2015, was a 13-year-old girl who was abducted. Yes, she was abducted from her family house in Yenagoa, that's Bayelsa State in Nigeria, by one Dahiru. Yes, okay. Ace's mother has a restaurant where she helps her mother in serving food and all of that. And Dahiru is one of the customers, or one of their customers that come. He comes with his other friends that come to the restaurants to eat food and all of that. You know, as per customer, you have to relate well with the customer. You have to be friendly at times again with the customer. So on this certain day, Dahiru took or adopted Ace from her family restaurant in Yenagoa. That was in 2015, and took her to his hometown in Kano State. And then people got to like, okay, what's up, where's Ese and all of that. And then the parents now realized that Ese and Dahiru were in Kano State. So the parents and then some civil society started clamoring, oh, bring Ese back, bring Ese back. As I said before, this girl was just 13 years when she was adopted. Okay, then the whole clamor started, and then Ese got back, I think in March 2016. And when she got back, she was already pregnant. Yes, she was pregnant. A 13-year-old, okay, let's say now she's now 14 years. 14-year-old girl was now pregnant. First and foremost, after this guy adopted her, he made her convert to Islam. You adopted a child, you now made her convert her religion to Islam. Doesn't make sense at all. Why must you people force, let me not say you people, why would someone actually force another person to come to change his or her religion? That is unwillingly you make someone change their religion. It doesn't make sense at all. Then how do you think the person would worship that God you're forcing him or her to worship? Like, it doesn't make sense at all. Okay, you now make her convert to change her religion, and then you now went ahead to marry this girl without her parents' approval, without her parents' consent. And not just did you marry her, you went ahead, slept with her, and made her pregnant. So she gave birth to the child May 26th, to a baby girl. The girl is fine, the baby is fine, Ese herself is fine, the baby herself is fine, all of them are doing well. But my problem is, why would you go to that extent? Okay, let's say this is allowed or this is permitted in your religion or where you're from. Why don't you go and marry the ladies or the girls from your side? Why come to the south to marry someone? Why do that? Like, it doesn't even make sense at all. Does it make sense? And I heard again that so many people were actually in support of this whole marriage thing. And I'm wondering, a 13-year-old girl, like, what do you even want to see in her body that you want to marry her in the first place? It doesn't make sense at all. So I just wonder why people actually do that. So the judgment was passed, and Dahiru was sentenced to 27 years in prison. Yeah, I feel that 27 years is actually too small, because by the time you start adding up everything, at the end of the day, he's not going to spend, you know, when they say 27 years, it's not like he has served some terms. It's just like, okay, first he was charged with adoption, he was charged with I think rape and all of that. So all this, let's say adoption was 5 years, rape was 5 years, and all of that. So by the time you might count it as 27, but he's serving all of them concurrently. So at the end of the day, he's not like serving 27 years. Please, if you're a lawyer, help me explain. But I think that's from the little knowledge of law I know, I think that is just what it means by that whole 27 years judgment. He's not going to serve like 27 years. Everything will be done concurrently. So why would you even want to adopt a child, for crying out loud? See, I think mothers will need to be very careful with who you allow your girl child go with or hang around with, because see, the heart of men these days are wicked. When I say men, I mean both men and women. The heart of men these days are very wicked and very deceitful. And to even think again that Ese herself, when she was even asked how she got to the camp, she said she didn't even know how she got there. All she knew was that when she got there, she realized that everybody there, she did not know anybody. Everybody there were strange to her. The only person she knew was this, that hero guy. And she was like, what is happening? So are we trying to say, okay, that this that hero guy used jazz on her or something? I'm trying to really understand what really went on. Okay, some people are now saying, oh, that Ese knew about it, that you know how these teenagers are, some of them are wayward and all of that. And I'm like, do you even have sense? Are you listening to yourself? Okay, let's assume yes, she was wayward and all of that. Is that enough reason why a guy, this guy I think was 19 years as at the time, why a guy who is above 18 years would actually go that far to actually adopt a girl who is not even up to 15 years, 13 years? This is how old she was and you adopted, and then you're now trying to support the guy and say no, he did it because they were in love. And what dirty love is that? Like, would you allow your daughter, will you give out your daughter in marriage at 13 years? And then you're telling me what? Okay, then someone now goes ahead to tag the SS special advisor to Buhari, Bashir Ahmed, Bashir Mohammed. So he now, like, Bashir Mohammed should please intervene on this case, that the judgment was not properly passed on and all of that. And then Bashir Mohammed now goes ahead to say, oh, I will look into it and I would contact all the relevant bodies that will make the judgment process. I've forgotten how he even put that his whole statement, but I shall leave his statement somewhere here, that will make all the whole process go smoothly. And I'm like, wait, is this coming from a special advisor to the president? Like, you wrote this down? Like, see, when I saw that thing, I was like, no, I think we are done in this country. Like, it's over for Nigeria. Then he now comes again and now say, oh, that he did not know the genesis of the whole thing, and that he did not know the genesis of the whole thing. And I'm like, I think we are done in Nigeria, because it now goes to show that maybe 80% of what he tweets, he's not even aware of it. Like, you did not know the genesis of the story, and you now went ahead to say, oh, that's... And this, do you know when he came to say it, after people have bashed him, like, are you trying to say that you're in support of this, the hero's actions? That's when he now came out and I said, oh, he did not know what the genesis of the whole essay thing, what the guy did and all of that. Who in Nigeria, who as an adult did not know about essay and the hero's case? Like, if you did not know about it, then I don't think you're in Nigeria. Like, I don't think so. And to think that you're a special advisor, nah. This time around, you failed it, young man. You failed it. So it just goes to show you what is really going on in Aso Rock. See that Aso Rock? It needs proper cleansing. See, it needs proper cleansing. I don't know, maybe metal, what's that his name? Metal oil, be metal what? Well, Odumeje will have to come and do something about it. Yeah, I said so.
I'm not a man of preach of love. I'm a war. I'm a fight. I'm in double speed.
So moving on is about a guy in Kenya, I think he's in Kenya, who used super glue to glue his wife's private parts. How wicked and callous can some people be? Like, okay, so this so-called man is saying, oh, the wife is unfaithful, the wife cheats on him and all of that. And then he now goes ahead to lure her into one river in Kenya. And next thing, he now threatens her that if she doesn't comply with his rules and regulations, he was going to kill her and all of that. And then what does he do next? You see, when I say the heart of men are wicked, desperately wicked, I mean it. You now go ahead to put pepper, mix salt, and then put it into her private parts. Then you now go ahead to mix glue and sand and stick it together. Like, I thought I've seen it all in this world, but as the day comes by, as the day goes by, we see things like this, and we just someone like we are just shivering like, what is this? Like, is this what we really planned for when we say, okay, let's get into marriage? See, this marriage thing is something that is scary. I'm sorry to say this, but it's scary. It's scary. It's really scary. But God will help us all. Like, does it really worth it? If your wife is unfaithful to you, if you want to divorce her, then divorce her. Why make her go through all of this? If she does this to you now, what will you do? How would you feel? If someone does this to your daughter, how will you feel? Like, people are going mad. People are going crazy these days. Moving on to the next point, I'm going into entertainment scene now, is about Burna Boy. Burna Boy. Yes, as we all know, I made a video of Burna Boy and Davido. So check out the video. I'm going to leave the video, the link to the video somewhere here. So Burna Boy was arrested, or his neighbors called police on Burna Boy and his father for constituting nuisance in the neighborhood. See, first and foremost, I don't understand why people would actually constitute nuisance in the neighborhood or with people around you. When you want to do things, please consider other people. You're not the only person there. You are not the only person there. So from what they're saying, okay, and Burna Boy goes ahead to play loud music. He disturbs the whole neighborhood and all of that. And so the neighbors had to call police on him. They now started saying, okay, Jude Igalo is a Nigerian footballer who stays close by, who is also a neighbor there. Says Jude Igalo, who is a footballer, does not even make noise. He's so calm and all of that. But why is Burna Boy very noisy? Even his escorts are also very noisy and all that. So they called the police on them, and they were like, oh, even his father too should be arrested and all of that. And some people are like, are you sure Davido does not have a hand in this? And I'm like, well, even if Davido has a hand in the arrest, first and foremost, you don't constitute public nuisance because you're a musician or because you have the money. Even the goddamn money. So from what that video said, he's still owing about 100 million naira from the land he bought to build his house. So which money are we talking about? If you're still owing for the land you built your house on, then you do not have money. Yes. So I don't think Davido had a hand in this at all. Even if he had a hand in this, you shouldn't be playing music this loud. You shouldn't be disturbing your neighbors. That is what I feel. See, not just in your house, even in your office space, in your shop and all that. You shouldn't be disturbing your neighbors. There's something called noise pollution. You might be playing your music, and at that time, that is when I want to sleep, or that is when I want to meditate. So why are you now disturbing my peace? Why are you now disturbing everywhere for me? I don't understand. Nigerians, we need to do better. We need to actually be our brother's keeper. Yes. Because let's assume you're playing your music and I'm playing my music, everybody will become mad. That neighborhood will just be a mad neighborhood. So how do you feel when such things happen? Does it make sense to you? Like, reason it. Does it make sense? It doesn't make sense at all. So moving on is now to the case of Cynthia Morgan. Yeah, as you all know, okay, I'm going to play Cynthia Morgan's song for you. I'll play it small because of copyright things, So hear her music small.
Girl with the biggest beyond. The girl with the biggest beyond.
Okay, so Cynthia Morgan, as we all know, was a very fast rising artist as at the time. Like, she was a bomb back then, and then all of a sudden she just went MIA. Nobody knew where she was. Everybody was like, where is Cynthia Morgan? Where is Cynthia Morgan? And then the blogs, Nigerian blogs are just so good at speculating false news. So many blogs said, oh, she's abroad, she's taking her time, she's on vacation, she needs time to do this, so nobody really knew about her whereabouts. Nobody heard anything about. So we all felt, oh, Cynthia Morgan is in a good place. Maybe she's trying to chill, maybe she's trying to do something for herself, get back her music and all of that. Sometimes you need to take that break. So that was what everybody felt. That was what I personally thought about Cynthia Morgan, until she now broke the camel's back and down came and said, oh, that no, that was not how it happened, that she had problems with her record label, which is not side records, right? Yeah, not side record is basically owned by Jude Okoye, the P Square brothers and all of that. So, and then she now goes ahead to say that she was stripped of her stage name, which is Cynthia Morgan. Now she now bears the name Madrina. Yes, so she now bears that name, and she said so many things that I'm wondering. I'm going to be very brief about this. First and foremost, I don't want to judge anybody. She and Jude, I'm not going to judge them because they always say there are three sides to a story: the two people that are arguing and then the final truth. So first and foremost, I want to say, see, when it comes to business, you need a good damn lawyer. Do you hear what I say? You need a good damn lawyer, not a lawyer who is selfish. Yes, I said so. You don't just go into a business or into a contract without reading the terms and conditions of this contract. Yes, I know sometimes we have this, or we come across this very rosy, when I say very rosy contract deals that, wow, this is just God. This can only be God. Like, it is only God that can do this. And then just go ahead and like, okay, let's kickstart the job without actually reading it to see what are the clauses involved in all of this. Well, should I blame her for not reading through? Should I? Well, we all make mistakes, and I'll just let that slide. Then goes ahead to say, oh, that her Vivo account has been taken off, her stage name has been taken off, she cannot use that stage name again, and so many things that she said. And then Peter Okoye, Peter Okoye, and Peter Okoye is the P Square, is among the P Square brothers. Peter Okoye had a problem with Paul and Jude, and then he left that record label. So Peter Okoye now came on Twitter and he wrote, "My dear C. Morgan, the decision I made 3 years ago was never about the fame, money, or power. It was for my freedom. Sad you rejected the contract I gave you just because they made you see me like the bad egg. I pray you understand that God has a purpose for everything. Never give up." That was what Peter Okoye wrote on his Twitter page. And I'm like, was this necessary really? Like, was this necessary? If you still want to help her, it's never too late. You can go ahead and actually help her. Yes, you can go ahead and help her without coming here. Okay, and then the video has said, oh, that he's ready to work with Cynthia, Morgan, and all of that. I'm like, yeah, that's the video. But some people are coming for him like, no, he's just trying to chase clout, he's just trying to seek for attention. Whatever he's trying to seek, whatever he's trying, as far as he's actually going to help the lady pull through and all of that, then that's a good one. Then Cynthia Morgan's manager, who is Joy Tongo, now goes ahead to write on her own Twitter page, "I'm in a much better place, so this time don't dare me. I am ready for you. Very, very ready. People will do anything for clout." Shaking my head. Cynthia Morgan, this is 2020. We haven't forgotten all your debts. Internet does not lie. Emails does not lie, and much more. I'm coming for you. All the debts you did to I and Jude and others, you must pay this time around. It's over 4 years and you are still talking trash. Cynthia Morgan, you are advised to let people know the truth, else we will tell them the truth. PS, your former management. And I'm like, okay, you see why I said I was not going to pass my judgment or be on anybody's side, because you don't know the whole truth. You see this whole artist management drama, I have heard so much about it, and I do not see. You do not know anything until you're there. You're in someone's shoes. So I don't want to start in, oh, this one is this one innocent or this one is guilty. I feel everybody should just go and sort themselves out. Coming to Twitter, the good thing with Twitter is that coming to Twitter to try and gain sympathy does not work. You see, this Twitter judgment, it does not work. If you want judgment, you have, and you're saying, okay, that you have, according to Cynthia Morgan, she has things that can nail Jude, then go to the court. Go to the court and seek justice, because this justice you're coming to seek on Twitter is not going to work in the long run, because all you just get is sympathy, and after like 3 days everybody has moved on with their life. Oh, that is just Twitter for you. You will just trend, and after a while, that is it. But I don't like the way Cynthia Morgan is looking. Like, it shows that she has gone through a whole lot. If you remember who Cynthia Morgan was, Cynthia Morgan, the babe, the hot babe, the baby girl. If now, looking at her now, it's quite, oh, this life is actually not really a bed of roses. So I think everybody should try and do something good with their lives. So I think a GoFundMe account has been raised for her. So if you have anything, if you want to support her, yeah, please go ahead and support her. But if you ask me, I don't think Cynthia Morgan should really start up or should really continue music for now. I don't think so. This guy came and said something like that. Alabi, the guy, let me check for his name. Hold on. Oloye. Akin Alabi, yeah, the House of Rep, and he wrote something and which I think is the best decision Cynthia Morgan should actually take. If I were Cynthia Morgan, I won't use the new fame to release a new song. I would use it to write a book, speak at events, sell CDs, start a podcast, etc. There is no guarantee the song will blow and people will move on if it does not. She has a better shot at success this time. She must find a way to capture value. All this, let's raise money for her to sing a new song. When the song comes out, you will be the first to insult her. She needs to use the new fame to sell other things, including the colored hair she was known for. Yeah, Cynthia Morgan was always known for colored. I don't think I've ever seen Cynthia Morgan on black hair. It was always colored hair. So for 99% of artists, if you don't evolve from singing to other things, you will regret it. Music is most times a means to an end, not an end itself. This is a chance for her to find that end. I feel this is just the best thing Cynthia Morgan should do. She should, okay, even if she wants to do her music, even if she, because I think, okay, for all artists will say, oh, they were musicians right from when they were small and all. I think Cynthia Morgan, from what she said, she started singing at the age of 3 because her mom is a gospel musician, so she was kind of a backup singer for her mother when the mother was still singing. So even if she feels okay, oh yes, I still want to do music, I think she should actually focus on other things. She should also try out other things, as Akin Alabi had said. I'm more in support of what Akin Alabi said than she going back to music, because if that music is not it, hey God, see, people will come for her. Like, no wonder Jude did not this, or no wonder this. People now come on the side of Jude. You know, as at today now, people are more on her side than that of Jude. Even if Jude came online on his live yesterday saying, oh, this was what happened, blah blah blah, that he was going to actually release the contracts that was signed by both parties, and we're waiting to see the contract. Maybe after seeing the contract, we can now draw a conclusion on who did bad, basically. So this is where I'll draw the curtain of my social issues episode 5. If you liked it, please kindly give me a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe as well if you've not subscribed. See you in my video on Wednesday on financial and business tips. You have a lovely day ahead. Bye.